Hi, how are you? Hope you all are fine. Welcome to Easy Learning Lab. So, as you can see, this is our session 7 and the agenda for this session. First of all, we will revise our previous session and then we will discuss about the control statements, right? So, in our previous session, what we did, we discussed about unary operator and ternary operators, right? Unary operator, I told you, which works on one operand or value or any variable. Only one, but the thing is only one, right? And ternary operator works on three. Ternary operator works on three operands, three value or three expressions, right? And we discussed about what we discussed. I told you that there is not. Logical not is also the unary operator, right? Bitwise, bitwise complement, or we call it as also inverse. This is also unary operator, right? And then we discussed about address of operator, the address of operator which we used in the scanf in C, right? And we discussed about increment operator, that is plus plus, and the fifth one is decrement operator, and decrement operator means minus minus, right? Clear? And what about the ternary operator, which helps us to check the condition, and based on this condition, if the condition is true, then it returns the result 1. If the condition is false, then it returns the result true, right? And how we write the ternary operator? We write this helps us to check the condition. Here we write our logic. There is result 1 and then separation and then result 2. This column separates result 1 from result 2. If your logic is true, then your result 1 will be output. If your logic is false, then result 2 will be your output, right? As I told you, if I want to check between two numbers, for example, there is int a and b, and int have 2 and b have 3, and I want to check which number is greater, then what I do? Which number is greater? A is greater than b. This is my logic. Question mark. This helps us to check the logic. If this a is true, then what? Print a, whatever you want to write, right? And then colon print b. Actually there is spaces, that's why I am writing here semicolon, right? Now what will be your result? A is greater than b. It's false. Then what's your answer? B. Are you getting my point? Right? Clear? So this was the ternary operator. If I create one more example for the ternary operator, do you want? Okay, like for example, I want to create the number for even or odd. Just find the number is even or odd, right? Even numbers are those which are completely, I am saying about completely divisible by 2, right? And odd numbers are those which are not completely divisible by 2, right? Even numbers are those which are completely divisible by 2. There is remainder 0. Completely divisible means remainder is 0, right? So what operator we are using to calculate the remainder, right? We know na, we know. I am giving the link for the operators session, right? Please go and check the previous session as well if you are new here, right? Please go and check. Even numbers are those which are completely divisible by 2. That means remainder of the number is 0. Like for example, if there is 48, if I divide the 48 with 2, then what is your answer? This is 0, this is 8, 4, 8, and what is your remainder here? Remainder is 0. This is your remainder, right? Now the 48 is even. Now if I am going to check 53, right? I know most of the people know, but most of the do not know, maybe that's why I'm just doing this. So 4 and then 1, this is 3, 6, 12. Now the remainder is 1. So this is odd. If the remainder is 1, then odd. If the remainder is 0, then even. Now I know what is even. If the remainder is 0, if the remainder is 0, this is equal to sign, right? If the remainder is 0, then number is even. If remainder is 0 and this condition is true, then the number is even. If this condition is false, then number is odd, right? Clear? So now I am just creating this with the how we calculate the remainder. I told you about the modulus operator, and modulus operator always work on integer. In C and C++, modulus operator always work on integer. Just remember this thing, right? So now I'm just creating a program here in C. Here is in C and here is in C++, right? So void main, right, int x, right? So first of all, I am taking the input for the guidance lines. Just I am using printf. Enter x, whatever the string you want to write, you just use. Scanf %d, because this is integer. Address of x, right? If you are new here and you want to know why we are using address of operator with the x in the scanf, then please go and watch the previous videos. Please go and watch, right? Now how we get a? If a modulus 2, if we divide the a with 2 and this gives us the remainder. If we divide a with the 2, here what we are doing? Dividing the number with the 2. But here I have x, sorry, I'm just writing the wrong variable name, x. If we divide the x with 2, let this is the x, 48 is the x. I am dividing here with the 2. So if we divide with the 2 and the remainder is equal to 0. If the remainder is equal to 0, right? If the remainder is equal to 0, question mark, this helps us to find the logic, right? Question mark, printf. I'm just writing it below because here I have no space, right? Printf even and then colon, right colon, and then printf. If this is true, then even. If this is true, then even. If false, then odd. If true, then even. If false, then odd. So after colon, false result, as I told you, right? When it is false, then the result 2 will print. So same, odd, semicolon, right? So I am here using printf or scanf. So which header file I am going to use here? Which header file in C I am going to use here? Which header file? stdio.h. Wow, you are very intelligent. You all are very intelligent, guys. So now I am just creating the same program in C++. Then how I write? After that, void main same. Oh, sorry. Int x cout, enter x, cin x, right? Now if x modulus 2 is equals to 0, this is my, oh sorry, this is nothing, right? Question mark, printf, even, otherwise printf, odd. I am writing actually below. This is the one statement complete. I am writing it actually below because there is space problem I have, right? So here I am using cin and cout. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here I have to use cin or cout, but here I am using printf because we can use printf as well, right? In C or C++. So I am just using here two header files right now. First one is iostream.h, right? And the second one is for printf and scanf. Wow, stdio.h. It's up to you. If you want to use cout, then it's your wish. You can write the this line is like this: x modulus 2 is equals to 0, cout even, colon, cout odd. If if I do not use printf here, then there is no need to use stdio.h, you know, right? If you are new here, please go and check the previous sessions as well, right? This will help you. So this was our previous things that we did before, unary and ternary operator, right? And if you have any doubt in the 6th session, then let me know. Please comment below and let me know, right? After that, now for this session we are going to start the next topic, that is the control statements. This is our new topic, control. I am actually sorry about my writing. My writing is not very good. So control statements. These are the instructions. These are nothing else. These are just the instruction. But these instructions helps us. These instructions control. Whom they control? They control the flow. And they control the flow of execution, not compilation. When the program is executing, that time they controlling the flow of the program. For example, I'm just giving you the one example. Here, right? For example, there is one character who is running on this road. For example, this is the game and one character is running on the road, right? I think you all have played this kind of games, right? So there is one character who is running on the road, running on the road, and suddenly there one power comes. Right now he is running. If if this particular person jumps, then this person gets the power. For example, this power is of gun, right? So if this person jumps and take the power, this person get the power and this person get the gun, right? But if this person never jumps, then the game continues, right? There is no other option. There is no other option else. Game continues. So this is how this controls. So to control this particular thing, if person jump and take the gun, then there is one more option that particular character have. Otherwise character is simple and going on running. Clear? So that here we are using just think, if are you getting my point? So that controls the flow. This is the flow going on, and this controls the flow. Now here if is controlling the flow, right? So control statements are nothing, just controlling the flow, right? Just controlling the flow. Clear? So there are and helps us to take the decision, whether helps us to take the decision, whether helps us to iterate something. Iterate means repeat. Whether helps us to repeat something, which helps us to control anything. That are the control statements, right? So there are basically following types of control statements. First one is selection statement. Selection statements, right? We call these selection statement as decision making statements. In some books we call it as decision making statements, right? In some books we call it as branching statements. And in some books we call it as, you read this particular statement like conditional statement. Right? Clear? But these three most commonly you have heard. This is one more, selection statement. Selection statement is actually only a one statement, right, that I told you, right? Actually I am combining that statement in this, that's why I am just writing this together. So the second control statement, first one is this one, whether you call it as selection, whether you call it as decision making, whether you call it as branching, whether you call it as conditional, these all are the same statements, right? We are representing the same statements in this, under this category, right? So the second category of control statements are looping. Looping means iterative statements. Some people call it as iterative statements, some people call it as looping statements, right? And the third one is jumping statements. Some people call it as transfer statements. So these are the selection statements, decision making statements, or conditional and branching is the one topic. Looping statement is the another topic for the control statements. These are also the control statements. Jumping are also the control statements, right? Clear? So today first we are going to start the selection statements, right? Selection statements. And in selection statements we will cover today only just if and if else, right? uh, why I'm just taking too much time? Because I want that you people understand each and every point, right? I want to give you, I want to clear each and every point for if and if else as well, right? So for in selection statement we will cover today if and if else, only if and if else, right? So if statement, if statement, statement, if statement, as I give you one example previously, that the person is running on the floor, right? The character is running on the floor. If the particular power comes and this power is the gun power, if it jumps, then it takes the gun, otherwise the running continues. Otherwise the running continues. There is actually no other continues. Whatever the things are going on continues, right? So they here the particular uh, in the logic we use if. At this particular site we use if, right? So so if statement, if statement checks the condition if person jump, if person jump, right? Now what is the condition here? If person jump, then gun power, there is no other, otherwise flow is going on, there is no false. If this is true then it's okay, otherwise things going on, right? Clear? There is no other. This is not bi-directional. You can use it as bi-directional, but it's not recommended to use it. It's not recommended to use, only if as a bi-directional, because that time you will use if the, and this is not a very good programming practice. You can do, I'm not saying you cannot do, you can do, but this is not a very good programming practice. So if you are in good programming practice and you are working with the good practice, right, you are not allowed to use if with the bidirectional. If is only unidirectional statement, it's a unidirectional, one direction. If it's true then do this thing, otherwise the flow of the program is continuous, still continuous. It's just one extra thing you are achieving in the flow, just one extra thing, achieving or losing, whatever the if condition is, right? If block is providing you. So what is the syntax? If, with the if in the parenthesis there is condition, there is condition, right? This is the if block. You write all the things in the if block, whatever you want to provide to the character or user, right? Whatever you are providing in your service, so you just write that block statements here. These are just extra statements, something extra you are providing. Like for example, if the Amazon particular, in the for example you are providing some online purchasing app, there is an app or there is some website on which user come and buy online, right? So in that app, if the user is, if the user is new, right, then there is one particular coupon that user get, right, which provides the user 10% off on one item, right, which gives the user 10% off on the one item or on the first purchase if the user is new. Now for all other user that app is running, same price, same everything, same products, but only for the one user there is one extra thing. That is just one extra you are giving or something extra you are providing. or something extra you are doing in the code, that time we are using if in the code, right? Clear? Now you are clear, right? So same, if I go with this code, then if I'm just writing it in the English character, it's not, if character equal to jump, then get power, otherwise there is nothing else, you never get power. Flow is going on. Whatever the code is written above this if, that will execute. Whatever the code written after the if, that will execute, right? One more example I will give you. If your mother say you, your parents tell you that if you get 85% in your exams, right, you will get a smartphone, you will get a smartphone, right? Otherwise there is nothing, things are going on, your life is going on, right? There is no other, right? Clear? But if you are, just one condition they are adding in that particular scenario, clear, that one particular extra thing. If your condition is true, then you will get the phone, otherwise you will not. That's it, but there is nothing else, there is no second option, right? Clear? Now you are getting my point. But if there is, your parents say if you get above 85%, then you will get a smartphone. If you get below 85%, then you will get normal phone. That time you have two options. If you get 85%, greater than 85%, then you will get smartphone, otherwise you will get simple phone, right? That time you have two options, and one option is compulsory. You will get one option for sure, but here there is no other. Clear? Now you are get clear. Now you are, I think, clear about if. Great. So this is the syntax, right? If I am saying about the code, then how we use in the code, just write the code above, write the code below, just if, whatever your things, write the condition here, whatever the logic, write the logic here, and then close, right? If I say you, just check whether the number is even. If the number is even, then print number is even, otherwise the flow is going on, right? Otherwise the flow is going on, right? I'm just writing the program in C++, you will write it into the C by yourself, right? Right now I'm just writing the code in the C++. If the particular, what the program I'm saying you, if the particular number is even, then print the number is even on the screen, otherwise the program continues, right? Whatever the program, void main. I'm just writing this program only for the illustrating purpose. This is not exact real situations I am working on right now. I'm just giving you the real exact statements, right? Like I have given you one gaming situation, right? There are a lot more as well, right? So int x, right? Print cout, enter x. First of all we get the input, na? That's why I'm just writing the input here, x. So if your x is oh, this x modulus 2 is equals to this is the condition, how we check the even number, right? So if this x is modulus 2, if the remainder of the x is equal to 0, then cout even, otherwise there is no other, Actually I'm writing with not C++. C out. Hello, how are you? This program just print the hello, how are you, right? This program just print the hello, how are you. So here I am just adding hash include which header file. Why I am adding iostream.h? Please comment below why I have added iostream.h here. Right now, if I have not added this particular piece of code, then hello how are you prints, right? Because this program prints hello how are you. This hello how are you prints, but I am just adding this extra part here. If the number of the code is if the number in the code is even, then print even, and then print hello how are you. What will be the output here? Even, and then hello. There is no space because I have not given any space. I have not given any space, not even enter. That's why hello even, and then hello how are you. If this particular if statement is not here, then only hello how are you, right? I hope you get my things, right? You are getting, right? If there is any doubt, please let me know, right? Please comment below, otherwise contact me on Facebook channel Easy Learning Lab, right? So this is about if statement, right? Now I am just talking about if else. What do you mean by if else? If else is basically the statement which gives you two optional. If is unidirectional. This gives only this actually gives some extra thing in the code, but if else is the bidirectional. As I give you one example, if your high school marks is greater than 85%, then you will get smartphone, otherwise you will get normal phone. This is if else. There are two conditions, two things, and one condition definitely you will get, one thing definitely you will get, right? So this is bidirectional, right? So in the bidirectional, the what bidirectional code do? If condition, if this is true, then if block, otherwise else block execute, else block execute, right? So the syntax of if else is if condition, this is if block, else block. No need to write condition with else block, right? Clear? So it's the same program. If I create write the number, find the number, whether the number is positive or negative. Find enter the number and then check the number whether the number is positive or negative. So I'm just creating it in C. You will create it in C++, right? Void main int a printf enter a, right? Scanf %d address of a, right? If a is greater than 0, then printf positive, else otherwise printf it's negative, right? Here I have used printf and scanf. Please use the header file hash include stdio.h, right? Clear? I hope you are clear with this, right? With if and if else, right? And please if you like the video and if you have watched till now, please now like the video and subscribe the channel, and please share the video with others. Please say your friends who need this guidance, please, who need the tutorial for C and C++, please tell them. And please like the video, please subscribe the video, and hope you will understand. And if there is any doubt, please comment below. If there is any feedback, please comment below. And please like the video, please subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.